obviously like the spine is like forward like that. So
Hello everyone, welcome to church this evening. Thank you so much for joining us for the whole evening. We are going to start our service today by singing to God. We're going to be reflecting on Jesus and who he is by singing Jerusalem. So please stand and sing with us.
deep the Father's love. How deep the Father's love for us, how vast beyond all measure, that He should give His only Son to make a wretch His treasure. How great the pain of searing loss! The Father turns His face away, as wounds which mar the chosen one bring many sons to glory. Behold the man upon a cross, my sin upon His shoulders. Ashamed, I hear my mocking voice call out among the scoffers. It was my sin that held Him there, until it was accomplished. His dying breath has brought me life. I know that it is finished. I will not boast in anything, no gifts, no power, no wisdom, but I will boast in Jesus Christ, His death and resurrection. What should I gain from His reward? I cannot give an answer, but this I know with all my heart: His wounds have paid my ransom. What should I gain from His reward? I cannot give an answer, but this I know with all my heart: His wounds have paid my ransom. What should I gain from His reward? I cannot give an answer, but this I know with all my heart: His wounds have paid my ransom.
Well, hello again, and welcome. I didn't introduce myself before. I'm Beck. It's so lovely to see you all here this evening. We were reflecting a few weeks ago that church isn't the building that we're physically sitting in, but it's the people. It's all of you. So it's great to have you people sitting in seats here at church with us this afternoon. This series we've been looking at the book of 1 Peter in the Bible, and I was reflecting on the verses that we're looking at today, and actually was recalled back to my youth group days. And I actually found this little piece of paper that I made in youth group with a friend of mine. And we looked at 1 Peter chapter 3, and this is my sister's handwriting. It says, God calls us to what? And we had to sit in there and fill in the verse. And I kept this because these verses really spoke to me in year 7 and year 8 in those days, and I really needed to be reminded to always be prepared to give a reason for the hope that you have, tell others about Jesus with gentleness and respect, and to revere Christ as Lord, and other great things that come from this passage. So I'm really excited to get stuck into these verses that meant so much at 13 and still mean so much today, and I hope that you will also be really encouraged by our passage words that will come up on the screen as we start our service. It's a great reminder of what it is that Christians believe. Christians of all ages, from the beginning of time till the end of time, these words are written from the Bible. So if you're comfortable, please stand and we will say these words together on the screen. Together. I believe in God the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth. I believe in Jesus Christ, God's only Son, our Lord, who was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died, and was buried. He descended to the dead. On the third day he rose from the dead, and ascended into heaven, and is seated at the right hand of the Father. From there he will come to judge the living and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the holy universal church, the communion of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and the life everlasting. Amen. Please grab a seat. These are great words for us to be learning for kids and for adults as well. But we're going to send our kids out with Matt and Alice downstairs, and I'm going to pray for them now as they head off. Lord, I pray for our kids and for our leaders as they head to the program. May they grow up always knowing who you are and loving you more each and every day. Today we pray that they may learn to know you. In Jesus' name, amen. And for us big kids that are still behind, I've got some things to share about what's happening in the life of our church coming up. The first one we chatted about in the wards last week is our greenhouse coming up on the 24th of August, which is very exciting. Greenhouse meaning we are having a big church day, but in. We are going to be over at Kalara at our church there, all together, every service, every church together. It'll be a great time for us to be reflecting on what it means to be a church family, thinking particularly about what it means to lower the family wall, for us to be united, to be one big family together. Please get excited, put that date in your calendar, have it ready to go, have it free the whole day so that you're refreshed in the morning and you're not having to run off anywhere in the evening. If you have any questions or anything, please chat to Tim. He'll be able to give you the answers hopefully. And the other thing we've got coming up, which I'm very excited for, is our men's and women's invitational events. So for the women, we've got Paint and Sip on the 9th of August. For our men, we've got Beer and Brisket on the 16th. Both of those are Fridays. Both of those events will be here at church. An evening for us to spend time together, but for you to bring a friend along to as well, where we will paint and sip, or we will drink beer and eat briskets, whatever you prefer, maybe. And we will also be welcoming one another, get to meet people from church, but also hear a message from the Bible as well. So please be praying, think about who you can bring along to that. I'll be pestering you over the next few weeks asking you who you'll bring, and I'd love to see you all there. The other thing we will have before these events is some training that will be happening on the 21st of July. It's just a very casual thing. Will either happen after the 10 a.m. service or before the 5 p.m. service at church here, where we'll get to think through how do we share Jesus with people around us. Any more questions or any more things you want to know about that, come and chat to me. We'll tell you more in the weeks to come. But that's a lot happening in church, but have all your diaries ready to go and be excited and be praying. We're going to have a couple of minutes now for you to say hello to the people around you, say hi, introduce yourself to someone who you maybe haven't met before, and then we'll come back together. sorry to interrupt those great conversations, but thankfully we have dinner afterwards, so we'll get to continue those chats later. Today we're reflecting on those verses from 1 Peter chapter 3, and these verses kind of reminded me and brought me to thinking about the persecuted church, so Christians around the world that are being persecuted for their faith in different ways. And so I was having a bit of research and reading through so many different stories, and just wanted us to be reminded of the persecuted church overseas, so that we can be praying for them and partnering with them. I just found a few statistics actually which were pretty scary to read, that every day 13 Christians worldwide are killed because of their faith. Every day 12 churches or Christian buildings are attacked. And I think those numbers are pretty crazy for us to read, and something that we don't always think about. There's a map as well that will come up on the screen. And Open Doors is an organisation that works particularly with persecuted Christians, and they've put together this watch list that they have every single year about where in the world is the most dangerous by their standards and their measurements to be a Christian. It might be a bit difficult for you to read, but you can definitely look that up online. But it's such a great thing for us to be reminded of, to be praying for them, to be reminded, to be telling each other to be praying. I'm just putting them on the spot, but Adam Burt actually works with Mega Voice, and at the moment they're particularly having a focus on how to be partnering with and praying for the persecuted church. So if you have other questions, I'm again putting them on the spot, but he'll be very happy to answer those. And if you want to know more, I'd also love to chat and to point you in the right directions too. But I'll just share one story with you that was only just a few weeks ago from Myanmar, that the military council burnt down more than 400 houses of Christians, including 5 Christian churches in a village. The military council had patrolled the area since the beginning of April and were constantly engaging in fighting in order to scare people and to instill fear. They burnt down several churches and destroyed schools and broke into homes. The surrounding villages, 9 different villages, have now been evacuated, and many homes and people have been displaced. So I think it's so important for us to be remembering these Christians and these brothers and sisters that are in our church family, just our wider church family, and to be praying for them. They really understand these verses that we're going to be having a look at today, so it's good to have them in our minds. We face different persecutions and different fears and things that we are frightened of, but it doesn't mean that our fears aren't valid or aren't important. They're just different. So it's good for us to all be praying the same prayers that come from the passages that we'll be looking at this evening. So I'm going to invite Val up to read the Bible for us, and then we'll get stuck into the passage.
You would quiet our hearts and minds as we come to read your word and hear what you have to say to us. In Jesus' name. Now the first reading, Old Testament, is from the prophet Ezekiel, chapter 2. You'll have the page numbers up on the screen. So Ezekiel, chapter 2, starting at verse 2. As he spoke, the Spirit came into me and raised me to my feet, and I heard him speaking to me. He said, Son of man, I am sending you to the Israelites, to a rebellious nation that has rebelled against me. They and their ancestors have been in revolt against me to this very day. The people to whom I am sending you are obstinate and stubborn. Say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. And whether they listen or fail to listen, for they are a rebellious people, they will know that a prophet has been among them. Then for the New Testament lesson, we go to the first letter of Peter, chapter 3. We'll be starting at verse 13. Who is going to harm you if you are eager Do not fear their threats. Do not be frightened. But in your hearts, revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you, to give the reason for the hope that you have. But do this with gentleness and respect, keeping a clear conscience, so that those who speak maliciously against your good behaviour in Christ may be ashamed of their slander. For it is better, if it is God's will, to suffer for doing good than for doing evil. For Christ also suffered once for sins, the righteous for the unrighteous, to bring you to God. He was put to death in the body, made alive in the spirit. After being made alive, he went and made proclamation to the imprisoned spirits, to those who were disobedient long ago, when God waited patiently in the days of Noah, while the ark was being built. In it, only a few people, 80 in all, were saved through water. And this water symbolises baptism that now saves you also. Not the removal of dirt from the body, but the pledge of a clear conscience toward God. It saves you by the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who has gone into heaven and is at God's right hand, with angels, authorities and powers in submission to him.
Thanks, Al. Let's pray to get into God's word. Heavenly Father, give us strength this evening to take in and take on the truths of your word here in 1 Peter 3. Help us to stand for Christ and bear his name in a worthy manner as we wait for his return. Amen. Well, I know that it has been said time and time again that Christians are really a bunch of do-gooders. Now, that statement is not really meant as a compliment. It certainly doesn't sound like one. And indeed, it is often the case that the world looks on at the life of the Christian with a certain level of contempt and even opposition. But as we continue in 1 Peter 3 this evening, the picture of Christians we see God painting is that of those who do good, no matter their circumstances. That's easier said than done. So this evening we have two things that God teaches us to help us to live lives that actually don't just sort of display a bit of goodness here or there, but actually overflow with goodness. Firstly, do not fear, but revere Christ as Lord in your hearts. And secondly, be prepared to give account for the hope you have. So beginning with fear, verse 14. Do not fear their threats. Do not be frightened. Now you might want to have your Bibles open just in case you close them. If you were to take 849 for the small print. Do not fear their threats. Do not be frightened. Now, I have arachnophobia, the fear of spiders. Very brave manly of me, I know. And I can tell you that I would really like conviction and devotion so determined that no harm, no fear can drag you from your dogged pursuit of doing good. And there's a little hint of what we'll look at in the chapter that follows. Peter says in verse 14, if you do suffer for doing good, blessing. Consider it a blessing. Do not fear them. Do not be intimidated. No, just carry on doing good. The secret to that sort of impossible encouragement is this. Revere Christ as Lord. See, instead of a heart of fear, have a heart where the lordship of Christ covers our fears, quiets our fears. When we revere Christ as Lord in our hearts, that comes with a peace in knowing that Jesus is in control. That whatever we may face, Jesus is great. But to revere Christ as Lord in your heart does not mean it's merely, purely what is deep down inside that counts. You know, that idea you sometimes hear that it doesn't really matter what my life is like, as long as there's somewhere deep down there under all the layers of your personhood, you think Jesus is God type of thing. No, see, that's not what the heart is about. It's not about something hidden. I mean, really the heart is, as we all know, just the thing that pumps the blood around our bodies, of course. But in the same way that when we talk about the heart, we kind of treat it as the centre of human emotion and deep convictions here in a kind of modern 21st century context. Back in Peter's day and Peter's world, the heart was seen to be the centre of all human existence, not just emotion, of all of who you are. And like the scientific heart that would pump blood throughout It's a wonderful blessing. And we enjoy it as we seek to serve His Son Jesus. Even as we stumble along the way. The second reason is found in verses 17 and 18. Verse 17. For it is better to suffer for doing good, if that should be God's will, than for doing evil. Verse 18. For, yet again, for
evening, let me leave you with these words from the sermon. Do not fear, but dwell on Christ and revere him as Lord. Because the message we share, it is offensive. It is fear-inducing. We may think, what if my son gets frustrated that I'm bringing up Jesus again? What if my friend thinks I'm inviting him to something weird at church? What if my colleagues think my faith is offensive? What are we to do? We are to be ready. Be ready to give a reason for the hope that we have, the living hope that we have. To be ready to face our fears. We're not to hold out back because we love the people that we are talking to. Do not fear. Do not be frightened, but revere Christ as Lord. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please join us for dinner as well. Continue those conversations from